What up, though? What's up, y'all? Give it a couple minutes. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Get a bigger picture, man. Does it look ugly? I just want a bigger picture. What's up, y'all? Greetings, 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 greetings. Let's see. What is 1 minute? 1.5. We go to greetings, people. Greetings. I was listening to I was listening to one of Beasley's lives. Ooh. And he was going off on glitter boots. And it's crazy because he was basically talking the same. We're not talking about the same people or exactly the same stuff, but we was talking about the same events. And he's having odds with somebody he was actually cool with and actually running with for a little while. It's crazy how quick these YouTube streets flip around. It's real crazy. But the crazy part I wanted to speak on is everything, at least 95% of the things he was saying concerning glitter boots was right, was true. And it's something else he said. He said, you lie about who you is, but I know who I am. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that because way before anybody on here even really knew about me, I've always shared when I got my own platform that this nice guy you see now didn't exist 20 years ago. Don't get me wrong, some attributes did exist. I was guilty of being a person that you can get good deeds out of. Like I was accusing the person that don't exist. I did good deeds, but they was far and wide. And it's like this. I'm okay. I'm okay with the mistakes I made in the past. Nobody can come in 2024, 2023 and shame me for something I did in the past. You can't shame me no more nowhere near as much as I shame myself. You can't shame me nowhere near as much as I shame myself while sitting in a cell for 23 hours. It's like that's the worst that it can get. That's the worst of the worst when it comes to me. Somebody telling you when to go to bed, when to eat, you know, dictating your every move pretty much. If I get up, if it's one night I don't really feel like eating and I want to save my food, I'm getting in trouble for trying to save my food because I don't want to eat it. I want to wait till I'm really hungry. Yeah, all that stuff dictated when you get locked up, when you lose your freedom. And instead of looking at that as a chance to be angry and rebel against the circumstances and the powers that be, that I put myself in, I used it for motivation never to return. Never to return. See, only superficial people think about Big Bubba. Think about the bullies in there. That's the least of your problems. If you're a person used to having a certain formula a day, a certain plan every day, then you talking about hell. Because now you gotta make your plan around these people that's watching over you, these people that's dictating what you do. Now you gotta pray and hope your plan make your plan hopefully around what they say. I hate when I hear people, and don't get me wrong, I hear some of the youngins sound like they glorifying losing their freedom. And I'm not gonna talk them out of it. Because if a youngin come out here talking that way, that mean he had to go in. That mean he got a number. And if he got a number, that mean he survived. So he got something to feel proud about. All metal, you talking about going through the county, all metal, bars and stuff like that around you, get into a fight, you slam a niggas all cement floors. You could actually kill somebody. It ain't just you that the calamity could happen to. You could actually kill somebody, and those little few days you doing turn into years. Those little twos and few days that you go in there for child support, that you go in there for taking, stealing or whatever you in there for, and you just got a slap on the hand. Listen, I witnessed those little minute days turn into years. So when you talk about the youngins bragging about that, well, let them do that. You know what really grinds my gears, y'all? It's when grown people tell other grown people how they should act. I see it on TV every day. I always felt something about it, but now it's starting to grind my gears. Now it's starting to get to my last nerve. Because the majority of the people you seeing trying to dictate other grown people's movements, they can't even tell their own children what to do. And I'm pretty sure if you do the research, it won't be hard for you to find out. But the majority of these people, they project. You can tell the people that project because they're so animated over dictating the way other grown-ups move around. And again, when I talk about this type of stuff, I'm not just speaking on the outside. I'm speaking from an inside perspective too, because my narcissistic ways was as such as well. I never really understood what it was that I was, but you had people, young people, like Jazzy. Shout out to Jazzy J, Jazzy G, and a few other people come out and start putting the spotlight on that. And it's like this, y'all. If you get a mirror put in front of your face and you got coal and boogers on your nose in your face, if you don't like it, you're going to clean it off. And when I seen what I was fighting against, when I seen that it actually had a diagnosis, when I seen that it was an actual thing, you know what I did, y'all? Did I continue to act as such? Or did I start wiping stuff off my face? Ding, 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 the latter. I started wiping stuff off my face. I stopped interrupting my God brother shows because he quoted a scripture incorrectly. Because I told you and I warned you that it's safer to quit telling people how much money you got, and you steady doing it. You steady putting my family in danger over there. So I'm gonna put you on blast. Nigga, you got all this money. Why ain't you came over here and spoke with me? You know I'm over here hurting. Nigga, you got all this money. Hey, won't you help me get this game out the little way, man, before the time lapse? See, y'all ain't noticed that all that stuff stopped. I still have the same needs. You know, my game may not be in the pawn shop, but I'm still broke. Or should I say, I still got some holes to fill. Geek Boy, what's happening? Indigo, what's good? Oh, man, I can use that, Geek Boy. That's what's up. That's what's up. And thank you, little bro. Yeah, man. You know, I heard Beasley speaking on that stuff. And I was just thinking to myself, y'all, why do we get mad? Why do we get frustrated when people come on here and lie on us? There's no need for us to get frustrated. There's no need for us to get mad. Because the truth is going to make itself known in the end anyway. The truth is going to come out about everything anyway. See, you have to realize that you're dealing with people who don't care nothing about the truth. You're dealing with people who can care less about the truth. The only thing they care about is a laugh and clout. Being entertained and clout. Ooh, thought I'd keep this. Turn this back on for a little while, y'all. That's all. So you have to recognize who's around you. The people around you 9 times out of 10 are not who they say they are. And I'm really, y'all, I'm really surprised that when I was doing them exposés and exposing the fraud around here, I was really surprised that my Cash App didn't go crazy, because a lot of people was exposed behind that. I unsubscribed to a lot of people, and just because I'm unsubscribed don't mean I'm gonna have anything bad to say about them. Y'all tell me this. I'm a man that believe in Christ. I believe in Christ. Y'all know what the Bible gives. At least most of y'all have some type of understanding. I'm sub to people that burn sage in their house for the sake of trying to help their channel out. Hopefully get a good conversation about the difference between what you and I believe in. I'm sub to these people, knowing that they practice things that was passed down by Aleister Crowley. Knowing this, ask yourself, why would King Curl be sub to a person that he feels like in his him breaking things down worship the devil? Why would he do that? Why would he try to build a friendship with them? Because it ain't about what King Curl want. It's not about what I want. It's about what my Heavenly Father say. My Heavenly Father say he don't wish none of his creation perish. He don't want nobody to die at the end of the day. So if I run into somebody that's dibbling and dabbling in an esoteric fashion, I'm not going to crucify him. I'm not going to not give him a chance. I'm not going to act bougie because I know better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to support as much as I can and hopefully get a conversation with him. Morning. And hopefully get a conversation to where we can talk about these things and maybe I can learn something and they can learn something. But when I seen these same people that I know what they believe in, now I actually see why they believe what they believe. Because they don't like the truth. If you hit the truth, if you hit them upside their head with a bag of truth, they're going to act like it never happened. Because they want to stay fixated on what they want to believe. It ain't about the truth to them. They don't care about the truth. So it's important for you to know who's around you. Like my little dog just say, hey, I'm sending good vibes your way, good energy your way. See, a lot of people is not around to do that, as y'all seen in my situation. Some people just around to take what you got, to siphon that good energy. They're not around to provide something for you. They're around to take it from you. And I showed y'all people following me around just so they can try to siphon some of that energy. I showed y'all. Yeah, I'm guilty. I told y'all don't believe everything I say, but I say that because I want y'all to see in the near future that I'm not going to tell y'all nothing that ain't 100. I warned those people I disrespected. I said I'm all about truth. So if you ain't all about truth, if you're not one of the real ones and you coming around me, you making sure you get around me, if you stick out like a sore thumb, I'm going to expose you. I said these things. So in essence, I didn't disrespect anybody. Individuals disrespected themselves. Because I gave the forewarning on many occasions. And it's still what I say it is. I do not desire no fake and phony surround me. I do not desire anybody that hates the truth, that puts the truth on the sidebar so they can do what they want to do. I don't really want around me. Now, it's a free country and you pay for internet, so everybody go where they go. Just because you choose to come around me, just because I said I won't accept your apology, don't mean I'm gonna cuss you out or speak bad on your name. You know, that's what the weirdos do. That's what the people that have no life do. That's what the people that run to the internet instead of take care of the needs of their own families do. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. The only thing I love about the situation is that I got to do less work. I ain't got to figure out if this person may be a cultist, but this person may have a love for the truth. See, I don't have to do that anymore. It was done for me by the individuals themselves. I seen it on my channel, but when I went over there to my little buddy's Buddy Lee channel, oh, it really stuck out like a sore thumb, and I really appreciated that. The only thing I didn't appreciate was allowing Nanny to get his full rant out, because he deserved it. He deserved his full rant. Called him out on my channel. Hey, for what I was doing, he haven't earned the right to come on my channel. But I realized as the day progressed that I at least could have let him get a word or two in after I annihilated his belief system. I at least could have did that. And yeah, I said to myself, well, at least I'm letting him type. At least I ain't blocked him, knowing what he here to do. At least I ain't. But yeah, I should have let him get his rant. It would have been as entertaining. It probably would have been more entertaining than it was over there with Buddy Lee. But he got some of it off. And then one of my stalkers had to appear. One of the persons that don't exist no more that said, hey, I was following him around, that I wanted to be cool with him. Everybody seen that day what was what and who was who. Well, Curl, you spent 3 days playing sounds that he made. 3 days exposing somebody that ain't real. Somebody that don't like the truth. 3 days. I'm able to do that. But if you're spending all those 3 days saying, hey, he's mad because I don't want to be buddies with him, that don't mean you following that person around, do it? That means that person following you around. So when all that, when I went over to Buddy Lee's, like I always do, every time I got time, I'm over there visiting the Pull-Up King, just like he do me. So when I realized and seen that, it was just like a celebration. And then, y'all, it's crazy because simultaneously, right? Because usually I don't eat until my wife get off work. Sometimes I eat in the morning, but usually I eat after 4 o'clock, my first meal of the day. I don't break fast until about 4 o'clock. So simultaneously, as I'm laughing, y'all, at Nanny, because Nanny going off on me, right? I'm laughing at him and trying to gain my thoughts and launching back at him, right? And here come this idiot. I chased him off. He don't want nothing to do with me. No, you've been saying for 4 days that I did want something to do with you, that I was your pest. I was trying to get you on your bandwagon. That's what you was saying. So the whole thing you brought over there to the Pull-Up King didn't make sense. See, the thing is, the Pull-Up King was there from the beginning. The Pull-Up King knew exactly what was going on. So it's like going over there to lie to the Pull-Up King didn't fare well for you in the eyes of the people that love the truth. Not your people. The eyes of the people that love the truth. That didn't fare well. Because it was a contradiction of everything that was being said. And I truly like that. Because it further what I was saying, proved that person, individual, to be a liar, and it also showed them to be an insane hypocrite. And see, to show y'all that my motivation wasn't there, I I have people that want to go at this guy all the time. And I always talk them down. Stay on the mission. You got better things to do than that. And I showed you why I be saying that. You literally have better things to do than waste your time with trash. What point can you get across to a person that don't like the truth? I mean, really, be honest, y'all. What point can you get around? Hey, I like that too, Indigo. Energy vampires. It was like a disappointment when I said I'm through with taking out the trash. First, it was stop doing this. First was, what are you getting out of this? To egging it on. To mad because I'm saying I can't do it no more. And everybody got their own little style and way of doing what they do. Everybody got it. Everybody do it a little bit different. My bad, y'all. Only the vampires are on here to tell you how you should do what you do. Meanwhile, you ain't on here trying to tell nobody, and you got plenty to tell. You ain't trying to tell nobody in which way they should function. You ain't trying to tell nobody how to feel. You ain't trying to tell nobody how to run their shows. But everybody want to tell you how to do yours. Y'all don't think that's crazy? And I've been on a search for some content creators that speak on the real. And truth be told, a lot of people ain't paying no attention to what's going on over here. And a lot of people is pretending not to pay no attention. So when you got a situation like that, you can't anticipate nobody speaking on you. But the thing about it is, I've heard nobody speak on this. I've heard nobody speak on the point that King Curl became the bad guy, despite being one of the only dudes on here who's not speaking bad about nobody's family. And that's simply because scripture can't lie. It ain't because I got a pretty face and everybody hate it. It ain't because I'm big, fat, and nobody like big, fat people. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You understand? What it has something to do with, y'all, whether y'all realize it or not, is God and the devil. That's what it always come back to, God and the devil. Jesus Christ forewarned me that the world is going to hate me the same way the world hated him. He forewarned me. And y'all know that I have not carried myself around here perfect. I've admitted, even if y'all didn't see it, many mistakes I've made on this platform and in real life. I've admitted to it. So everybody know I'm not perfect around here. And everybody know I ain't trying to play like I'm perfect around here. But everybody know I have not, whether a man was in a relationship, a girlfriend, boyfriend relationship, or a man have been married, I have not defiled his wife or girlfriend. I have not defiled his children on this platform. And the reason I stuck around, because You know, people endorsed Beasley's live the other day. And as I was scrolling past, I heard a couple things he said which made me stick around for a few extra minutes. What the brother said was how he spoke on how ZX is supposed to be spokesman for saying disgusting things about little kids. And he's on here recorded doing that in some of the worst and more egregious things on here than anybody else. And that includes calling another man's mama over a disagreement on YouTube. So the question Beasley was asking was the same question I was asking. How can a person that's guilty of these things be your spokesman? How can this guy be your spokesman when he's guilty of the very thing that he's so-called speaking out against? And I'm right beside Beasley asking that same question because I quite frankly don't understand it. It makes entirely no sense. But y'all seen a whole section of people just because based on longevity turn against me because an individual's been on here longer than me. Because he got way more subscribers than me. Fuck what he do wrong. Fuck what he say wrong. And fuck your truth, King Girl. We're going to do this over here. We're not going to tell him about himself. We're not going to say, hey, that's disgusting and this, that, and the other. We're just going to endorse that. And we're going to make you look like the bad guy, even though you couldn't even bring this type of shit out your mouth. You're the bad guy for letting everybody know who this guy is. Everybody's seen this happen. Everybody's seen this. But it's so hard to understand why none of these supposed to be real people are speaking on it. Well, in all actuality, they never admitted to be real people either. In all actuality, so let me quit putting words in people's mouth and put statuses on people that they don't deserve. They never admitted to being real. And I got one or two women in mind who really, that's why I say, y'all, don't ever depend on man. If you depend on man for anything, you're looking to be disappointed. And when I say man, I mean woman too, because woman comes from man. That's why I say never depend on man, because to depend on man is purposely looking for disappointment. And I'm going to tell you like this, a few of those people really shocked the hell out of me. They made sure they went out their way to make me look like the bad guy. And while you will never see me say their name out loud or crucify them or crush them, I know who you is, and I will never forget you. I will never forget you. It's a bad thing, y'all, when you don't speak down on married wives. You're a bad guy. You're a piece of crap to wish death on another man's kid. For somebody to do that to you and you don't do it back and yet apologize for the reason y'all in that space, even though you contributed nothing but truth to be in that space. You a bad person, y'all. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know you was in the Matrix? Everything that appears to be not really what it is. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah, if you don't talk about manhandling somebody's wife, you don't belong here. You're not a good person. If you don't talk about people's kids, you don't belong here. You're not a good person. This space is only reserved to people that talk about fucking other men's wives and girlfriends and bashing little kids. And see, my kids got bigger things to do. I was their father. Or should I say I am their father. And they're doing bigger and better things than what I'm doing right now, which was my purpose. Which was what I was trying to accomplish. So my kids didn't hear nothing about that. The only way my son heard about it, my son that didn't have nothing to do with the disagreement about the sun and the moon on my channel, my son that was sitting up in the hospital bed, the only thing he had to do, only thing he was doing was trying to get right. That's the only thing he was trying to do. But he got blasted because his pops got into a disagreement about somebody, or should I say with somebody, about the sun and the moon. Getting dragged through the mud with all type of holes and can on going on in his body. He got dragged because his old man got into a disagreement about an overstanding. And that day, the term overstanding became an assault, became disrespectful. To hell with the point how geeked up I was about having a conversation. To hell with that. To hell with me getting my point across and everybody being able to go back to this later on and learning something they didn't know. We got to stick on, the disrespecting the damn near dead. And for somehow, I turned out to be the bad guy, guys. So if you're not doing and saying vile things and doing vile things, or if you're a family man, you're the bad guy on here. You hear it all around. And see that right there, yeah, it don't feel good. It's not a good look, but it's the truth. And in those days, the truth came out, and I love what came out, even though it don't feel good, even though it disappointed me. The truth still made itself manifest, y'all, and that's what I'm here for. I'm a lover of the truth, even if it turns me into a bad guy. As long as I'm standing on truth, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because while I'm a bad guy in the eyes of those people, my Heavenly Father is very pleased because He's a lover of truth as well. He's the institution of truth. He's the foundation of truth. So as long as He's pleased with my conduct, it means everything to me. That means everything to me. That's my whole purpose. I've been doing bad things consistently my whole life. Never been able to do good things consistently. So when I finally get on board to where my creator is pleased with my conduct consistently, at least way more consistently than he's not, that means everything to me. People, people hit my inbox and people hit my messenger trying to let me know, hey man, look at this person coming up here, this person typing in your chat. They're never over here with you. Why are they over here with you now? And while I'm on my live, I'm texting back, hey, I ain't got no idea. It's because you got 20 people in your chat and they want to take what you got. And see, it don't belong to me. I don't care about nobody using me for clout. I don't care about this type of clout. I don't care about being buddy with people that don't love the truth. Y'all can have that and keep that. That ain't what I'm here for. And it reminds me, y'all, I remember I was on here talking about or referring to my life and my toughness and things like that. Let me tell y'all about how I ran into somebody that make my kind of toughness look like child's play. And this is my brother. His name is Tommy Larthridge. He's from Pontiac, Michigan. It's either Pontiac or Grand Rapids. Well, let me explain, y'all. When I first went to prison, Tommy was my bunkmate. Tommy, from first impression, Tommy reminds you of Mike Tyson. I'm a big guy. Tommy wasn't even half my size. And I was 17 years old. He was a grown man. Tommy was one of the toughest guys I seen. And look, Tommy didn't go around pushing people and, giving people wet willies to show he was tough. Tommy was just tough. He was just raw. I seen a dude that was built like one of the biggest, strongest WWE wrestlers. When it came to him and Tommy having a disagreement out there in the weight pit, I seen this big black dude from Detroit go get his homeboys, go get a shank. Man, y'all, I'm in a level 1. I didn't go. After I left quarantine, I was in a level 1. Quarantine was level 3. So I'm in quarantine, or should I say I'm in a level 1. And my first situation I seen a fight in, I seen this big, and his name was G. I seen this big black dude assemble like 3 other guys because he was a Melanic. He assembled some men and he grabbed a shank and a lock and a belt for Tommy. So Tommy tell me like this. He said, hey man, when cause Tommy was trying to hit me up on what's going on, what to do and what not to do, because I was his bunkie. So he's trying to school me on prison. So Tommy tell me like this. He say, hey, such and such, try not to stand too close to me after the game at the pavilion because, I got some beef on the floor. And he said, well, it's not beef for me, it's beef for him. Tommy talked like Mike Tyson. My right hand of Jehovah. Tommy talked just like Mike Tyson. And I'm gonna tell y'all how raw he was and why I call him what I call him. I see Tommy walk past this dude on the yard, and this dude was shook up. He was scared. And that really resonated through me my whole time there. Because Tommy never told me he was a tough guy. He never pretended to be a tough guy. But let me tell y'all why he became my big brother. Y'all may think he was your bunkie and he was trying to tell you the do's and don'ts in jail and prison. That was the reason. No, the reason was, right, I finally got into it with somebody. And when I got into it with somebody, my face was, I didn't have a poker face on. So Tommy see my face toe up, and he looked at me a couple times and started laughing. And he say, "Man, what's wrong? What you into it about?" And I tell him what happened. And he looked at me, he said, "Dude, you got months to go before you go home." He said, "Why are you beefing with anybody? Why are you letting somebody get you mad in here, man?" I said, "Well, you only got so long to go home too." I said, "Why you letting people piss you off?" He said, "Because it's fun to me and I don't care nothing about going home or not because I'm maxing out." He said, "I ain't got to deal with no parole board. You do." So I'm like, okay. He was like, "Man, come here. Come on, come with me." So I walk with him, right? He picks up a ping pong paddle. He give me one and he get one. I never played ping pong before. He said, "Come here, man. Come learn how to play ping pong right quick." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to play no ping." He said, "Man, just give me a couple minutes. Let me show you how to play ping pong, man." So I'm playing ping pong. I'm not playing. I'm trying to figure it out how to hit the ball and everything, right? And while I'm trying to hit the ball, he's steady reminding me I'm young. I got a whole life ahead of me. Don't imitate what I see him doing. Being tough don't really matter in here. It's about being smart. He's schooling me, y'all, while he's showing me how to play ping pong. And I'm learning how to play ping pong, which I turned out to, I learned how to be pretty good at after this happened. So come today, y'all, Tommy get out. Show you how out cold Tommy is, y'all. Tommy is in a newspaper about 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks. Let's just be safe and say 2 months after he got out. He's in a newspaper for robbing a bank. Tommy Larthridge. He's in a newspaper for robbing a bank. Not even 2 months. Let's see, at the most 2 months. I know it was a 2 involved, and it wasn't 2 years because I was still right where I was when he left the prison. So he went from maxing out on a 5-year bit, y'all. Went to maxing out on a 7-year bit to going to court when I seen him in the newspaper facing 44 years. One of the rawest guys I ever seen, man. And it just taught me something. It just schooled me, man. It schooled me. And it stuck with me all while I was in prison. It ain't about being tough. It's about being strong. It's about being smart. And that stuck with me, man. It even stick with me right now today. I thought about it on YouTube that day when I seen all those people turned me out to be the bad guy because I was exposing something that goes on here more than usual. And I will not settle for people calling it normal. Not on my watch. It's not normal. Ain't nothing normal about it. It's sick and it's sad. I was looking at an episode of American Dad. I don't know if y'all look at American Dad, but American Dad is very funny to me. Very funny cartoon. And the cartoons I look at just so happen to be realer than the actual real sitcoms that come on TV, right? So I'm looking at American Dad, and the episode, right, Francine is pissing dudes off, and the dudes that she's pissing off happen to be real dudes. So she's cussing them out, getting in their face. They ain't smack her or knock her block off. They went to her husband and beat his ass. So one of the last scenes in a cartoon was the husband is in the hospital recuperating from getting beat up by somebody that she pissed off. She go off on a doctor that's seeing to her husband's knees, going off on him, snapping. The doctor then threw his notepad down, got on top of the mattress where the husband was, the hospital bed, and started ultimate punching his ass. Ooh, 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 while he laying up getting, attention. And that reminded me of YouTube. But see, it's the opposite on YouTube. It's actually okay for a man to look past the man when he's into it with the man and attack the women and kids. And I never would have been able to believe anything like that until I seen it with my own eyes. When I seen it with my own eyes, I was able to say, okay, now don't get me wrong, it ain't my first time seeing it before. But this is the first time somebody has been involved who we all know that don't talk about other people's families as far as having sex with their girlfriends or their wives, or to speaking disgusting things about their children. We know, everybody that know me know I don't get down like that. So this is my first time knowing for fact that this happened to a person that couldn't even bring nothing like that out their mouth. So beforehand, I would just take a person's word for it, and hey, I can't find proof of it. But I am living, walking proof that don't get down like that, will never get down like that. I don't care how thick a tongue lashing gets. I will never exchange insults with somebody that's that disgusting. When the smoke clear and I'm by myself later on, I would feel so disgusted knowing what I brought out my mouth. So guess what? I don't bring it out my mouth in the first place. I don't say nothing like that in the first place. So guess what? I ain't got to worry about feeling that way. That's just the way it is, y'all. Like I said, I can't speak on how another man does things. I'm not here to control another man. If I felt like controlling other men, I got 3 sons that's grown. I would go do it to them. I wouldn't do it to a man I can't see and don't know. So I'm not here to point the finger at him and him and him and how they do it, like I was trying to tell Classic. Classic say, why you don't speak on this person talk about this person talk about that, why you don't speak on it? Because that person got to deal with whatever demons he just opened the door to, not me. See, you think you just saying words, but see, you're opening doors to dimensions. You're letting spirits, you don't have to just touch a Ouija board to let them bad spirits in you and in your household. You don't need the Ouija board. The Ouija board is just one of many ways to make this happen. The only thing you need is to not fight fire with fire. Don't let nobody compromise who you are, what you believe. If you ain't with that type of stuff, don't start being with it because a bunch of people say, ooh, bees, he went off on you, he dog walked you, he dragged you, he this, that, and the other to you. Y'all don't get elementary school vibes when that type of stuff happens? And I think me myself, I think that should be what scare you off. I think that should scare you off. When you get those elementary school vibes, I think you should be like, okay, this my sign here to just walk away from this. Or come up with a better way. You can't stoop to stupidity, y'all. I would never advise you to stoop to stupidity. I see I get a couple calls, y'all. I don't know if it's important or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and I'm gonna go ahead and get off right now, but you know, y'all will see me in a minute. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on me. Shout out to everybody that that really do resonate what I'm bringing out and what I'm about. If it's boring, yeah, I know, but at least it keep you safe. At least you ain't got to worry about nothing out of the ordinary happening to you. You know, appreciate the things that everybody else take for granted, and I can guarantee you always gonna be protected. Yeah, me neither, Indigo. But YouTube got a way, or should I say the internet got a way, and TV has found a way to come to YouTube. The news and all of it. Just check out the news, y'all. Check out the news. The news is all about bringing you down. It's not about bringing you up. It's all agenda based, and it's all about bringing you down. The only thing the news is, you can make a promise on the news. The only thing the news can promise you is they're gonna report something bad, and when they want to, they're gonna show you something bad, and then sometimes got the nerve of saying, we can't show you this is too graphic, but y'all can show people hopping out of 110th story buildings every day for about 10 years. Huh? I don't know why they didn't think that was bad, but you know. But hey, y'all, love y'all, man, and I hope y'all have a very pleasing day. It's beautiful here in Detroit. Y'all see that sun out. It's cool, it's cold, but it ain't December cold. Peace, y'all.